Hello, everyone. Welcome into the... Forgot the name.
Oh no, coffee, whatever it is.
Welcome in, everyone, to the Hot Mess podcast, where you're with me and Faz, where we talk about things that we probably shouldn't have. You look cozy.
I'm sick.
You're sick. What do you got?
Yeah, I got lemon and honey tea.
I was talking about the sickness, but that's pretty nice too. That's pretty nice.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. I woke up.
Yeah.
You know when you go to bed and you have like sniffles, you got the sneezes and the sniffles.
Yeah, sure.
And when you instead of getting up and blowing your nose like the normal thing to do, you swallow it.
Okay. Yeah.
And
No,
you're like,
I actually don't do that.
and you're like, oh no, this is the beginning. Oh no. And I'm like, I woke up and I'm like, I'll be fine. I'll be right. Just sleep it off.
I have to be honest, I don't swallow my snot. It's actually making me feel like I need a gag.
I'm so sorry for bringing this up at the start of the podcast.
I feel like I might gag. This is, oh god.
Okay, forget about that.
I can't now. It's literally the only thing that's on my mind.
Look, I didn't want to start the podcast with gross stuff,
The one thing that makes me is bodily fluids.
Really? That's your...
Yeah, that thing, that grosses me out. Like rotten food, moldy food, mold, all that shit. Nothing bothers me. Piss, shit, and snot. Can't handle it. I can't. Blood I have no problem with. But
I'm so sorry for everyone that's just sat down with a plate of food and just loaded up the pod.
yeah, you really just reamed it into them just then. Yeah.
Yeah.
They did this stereotypical. All right, I'm not hungry anymore. They pushed the plate away.
Yeah,
because of what you said. Yeah. That's disgusting.
I'm so sorry.
What's on your hoodie? What's on that hoodie? What is that?
It's Bluey.
Bluey.
Those of you that aren't watching right now, you're missing out. You're seeing me in comfy a Bluey hoodie that actually one of my viewers gave me.
Okay, could you maybe explain to people who aren't Australian what a Bluey hoodie is?
Bluey is literally more fucking popular over in America.
I was talking about the hoodie. I was talking about the hoodie factor.
Oh, well, they don't know what a hoodie is?
I don't know. Do they?
Surely
I don't. I love how you're just assuming. I don't fucking know.
What? Well, you're the one saying these things, man.
Faz, you said one of the most Australian sounding things ever that you've ever said on this podcast. The Bluey hoodie. You just said that.
I get really Australian.
So it's like, I just thought, hey, maybe if there's that one person, there might be one person in chat who's like,
you let me explain it.
You weren't going to. That's why you're questioning me.
I'm just slow when I'm sick.
Go then.
An hoodie is like a big blanket that you can wear, and it's got a hoodie, and it's like nice and warm and cozy, and the inside's so nice. Thank you, Deckless, for giving this to me. Like, our house is just decorated with Bluey stuff now. It's so good.
Why is that? Are you into Bluey?
No, but everyone thinks I am.
Oh, nice.
Because I watched it on stream, and I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah.
See. This guy loved Bluey, and he's having a kid. Pog, I could just buy Bluey stuff for him. And I'm like, you know, I'm not even mad. It's a fucking great show, man. It's actually so good.
I've never seen it.
I haven't watched an episode. I've only watched
Then how did you just say it was a great show?
Best of moments. Best of.
Yeah, but Faz, that doesn't...
Watch best of stuff, and
you could do the best of Seinfeld, and it could be a 20-minute video, but there's like hundreds and hundreds of episodes. Doesn't mean it's a good show.
Okay, well, anyway. I think it's a good show.
You just said you haven't watched an episode.
I think it's pretty cool.
It's a cool concept. It's not bad.
I like it.
It's a dog that's blue and named Bluey. It's lit.
I think it's pretty cool.
Let me ask you, would you, like, right now, because of this conversation, would you want the world to blow up?
Like from a meteorite, or like apocalypse, or like a bomb?
Realistically, the whole thought process here right now, unfortunately, because you're sick, I'd kind of throw you to the side and use you as a meat shield in an apocalypse situation.
You would use me specifically as a meat shield.
Well, I'd use the sick person as a meat shield.
Is this zombies? Like, what's your apocalypse?
Okay, I'm going to be real with you, and this is something that I don't know if many people think like this, but I feel like they'll agree with me just because they kind of want to, because they're like, oh, obviously. But, like, in most apocalyptic situations, in most shows that I've watched, obviously I haven't been in an apocalyptic situation, it's not actually the creatures that are the problem. It tends to be the people that are a problem. Yeah, the people are the problem. Yeah.
You're more scared of, like, seeing another person because you don't know if they're friendly or not.
Yeah.
And they're going to steal all of your stuff.
And then people are like, oh, survival of the fittest, you know? Ka-chow. It was them or us. And it's just like, well, not really. It's like, really not. But that's the big thing, is that, like, people are the dangerous things in an apocalyptic world. Imagine if all the humans were friendly towards each other in that kind of situation.
Yeah, that would be.
I think
fine.
I think most people would be fine, because you would get a large group of people. You would probably be able to defend yourself. Yes, you would lose stragglers here and there, but I think you'd be able to keep something contained. But because everyone's like separated and they're like, no, you gotta fit with my squad. We need to be number one. We're the ones in charge.
Because everyone's trying to take over.
Yeah.
And they get like a little settlement going on.
Yeah.
And then there's like the overlords of the settlement, and then raiders and stuff come in.
Yeah. I guess it also comes down to that people, like, if everyone worked together, right?
Yeah.
Then there wouldn't be raiders, there wouldn't be all those types of things. But then again, it comes down to who's in charge of those groups, you know? I'm not saying I should be, but I'm saying
Do you want to be?
I would like to be a factor that is listened to. I wouldn't want it to be one person's in charge.
Okay. So like a council sort of thing.
To a degree, but less political.
Okay, so you're going to have a non-political group of people
my only
looking after and making decisions for a larger group of people.
I know how stupid that sounds, but my main point here is that I would want if someone comes up with an idea, I could extract and say like, oh, that's a bad idea for these reasons and stuff like that. I wouldn't want it to be like, I'm in charge here. Okay, this is actually my thing, and so I don't want to tell people what to do, but I feel like I would want to be like a valuable member that people would strive towards. That's something I would want to be. Am I that? I have fucking no idea.
Okay, all right. So you want to be a powerful figure?
I wouldn't say powerful. I'd say maybe like a kind of like a people like you would go to them and ask for advice. I'd want to be the wise old man, but less of a dick.
The Oracle.
Oh, I could be the Oracle.
The Oracle in the hut on the top of the hill.
They're like, hey, should we kill this guy? No. Oh.
Oh my god, he's so wise.
He's so wise, dude. Wow.
Holy shit. Should I eat this bush? Like, well, what happened to the last guy that ate it? Jerry died. Probably not.
I'm gonna give you a no,
brother. Oh my
brother.
god, he saved us again.
Yeah, exactly.
You're like, oh my god, I'm fucking
Have
genius.
you actually seen the movie Idiocy?
Is that the one where he goes into the future and everyone's like dumb?
Really fucking dumb. Yeah.
And who is it? It's someone's. It sounds really bad, but someone's brother. That's the main character. I forgot. Who is it?
Oh, Owen Wilson.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's him. I can't remember his name either. I feel bad.
I feel bad. I'm so sorry.
That movie is called it's about where a guy he files in for this experiment and then he gets put into this frozen thing, but then things happen to the world, that people get attacked, the place gets destroyed, and then he wakes up like, oh God, I think it's like 500 years later, and everyone's just stupid.
Just dumb.
And I think the mayor of the town is Terry Crew.
Yeah, Terry Crew.
Yeah. It's a great movie, but it's just funny because everyone's just really, really, really dumb. They think they don't know why all their plants are dying, because they're feeding it Gatorade, which is electrolytes.
Yeah.
And so it's like how it should work.
Yeah.
And then they just don't get it, and they don't know basic math, and it's funny. It's
So you would be Owen Wilson's brother.
it would be Luke
And
Wilson, by the way. Is
Luke
his name.
Wilson.
Luke
You'd be
Wilson.
Luke Wilson.
I feel like it'd be kind of funny to be Luke Wilson because Luke Wilson in the
Idiocracy.
movie is not that smart.
Mm.
He's not that smart in the movie, but he's the smartest man on the planet because everyone else is stupid. I feel like it would just
know
be
what?
funny to be in that situation.
I want that apocalypse to happen.
Yeah.
Is that bad?
I don't know if it's an apocalypse, Faz. I don't think because the planet got stupider doesn't mean it's an apocalypse.
I think it's pretty dumb. I think that would be great. Like, that sounds way better than nukes and bloody zombies and
That's
stuff like
true.
that.
I feel like zombies.
Yeah.
I personally think that zombies probably would never happen.
How dare you? How
Not
dare
like-
you say that?
Not like it won't happen, but I don't think that zombies would be like that much of a threat.
How?
Well-
if there's a horde of zombies
Yep.
and you've got like a baseball bat or something,
Faz,
how are you supposed
Faz.
to fend them off?
Faz, I'm
Oh.
talking about the apocalypse itself. I'm not talking about a very specific situation that happens in that apocalyptic situation.
Yeah,
I'm
but you're
talking
saying
about
they're not going to be a threat. They're
at
going
the
to be a threat.
beginning. At the beginning.
That's when everyone's freaking out.
Could you
That's when
tell
martial
me?
law and stuff
you-
happens.
Could you? Yeah,
That's the start
martial
of
law.
That's the start of every zombie game. That's when everything's the worst.
Yeah, I know. And literally, I think there's thousands of videos on YouTube, people saying that this is not going to fucking work. How the fuck does a zombie apocalypse, right,
Yeah.
take out the entire military of the planet?
Well, someone in the military gets infected.
Oh, yeah, so
And
they
then it
just,
spreads.
they just like, oh, yeah, we'll just let him go frolic around. They all have guns, Faz.
Yeah, but they fuck up somehow. So somehow they fuck up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
I don't want to mention it
Yeah, go.
on a podcast,
Okay.
but how fucked were we during COVID when that started?
Yes, I will say that.
Everyone fucking got it.
If the zombie apocalypse was an airborne disease that would just happen if you were to touch something metal or something in a public place that someone who had it gives it to you.
Yeah, someone coughs in your direction.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure most zombie movies are through bites, scratches, transfusion of blood.
Or fungus, poor stuff going out there and infecting your brain and turning you into like these mushroom guys.
Oh, is that The Last of Us?
Yeah, it's Last of Us.
I haven't. Is that in the TV show?
Both, literally both.
I haven't seen the TV show. I do want to see it though. Is it good?
It's fucking great, dude. It's
I
one
saw
of the
it.
very few like video game adaptation shows that have been great. We just had an episode on this shit.
I know. I haven't seen it. I haven't seen it.
Why
That
have
was
we
what we
talked
did.
about
We didn't
this?
even actually talk about that one.
Why did we talk about that?
I don't know. We just
Oh
didn't.
my god, I hate myself.
Yeah, I should probably watch that. I
it's-
forgot about it. I thought I was excited to watch it, to be honest. I just didn't.
Dude, the casting is fucking great.
Yeah. And then the other question
well
about
done.
zombies, right? The other question is that basic necessity within the body, right? Is that your body needs muscles, like it needs stuff to sustain itself. Most of the zombies would pretty much decompose and be incapable of moving within a month. Unless they eat.
Yeah, they do deteriorate, don't they?
They do, but they need to like if you deteriorate that badly, your body won't move.
Yeah,
Your
if there's
muscles
no
won't. Dude,
There's
I
no
actually
flesh on the bone.
if I slightly get up the wrong way, I have trouble moving. Okay.
Oh my god. Could you imagine if like the zombies because majority of us have bad backs now, right?
Without a doubt.
Anybody over the age of 25, we have a bad back. We're
Dude.
all in this together.
You and
Could you
me,
imagine
with
if
our
the
line of
zombies-
work, over the age of 21.
Over the age of 21, we all have bad backs. We all get infected, but the zombies have our bad backs. So
Yeah.
like you see the zombies just like he's like out of where he's sitting, and you're like, that was a gamer. He's got a fucked up neck.
Yeah.
He's not going anywhere.
But, like, I understand that people are going to be like, oh, yeah, but you don't feel pain when you're a zombie. I'm like, I get that.
True.
But muscle deterioration, you can't walk.
Mm.
You know? You can't walk without muscles. There's nothing that's going to do that.
Yeah, if there's straight up bone, the zombie's not going to walk anymore.
It's not going to walk, bro. It can't do anything. That was, like, something that I read. I read that they're, like, just, like, oh, and another thing, actually, this is actually a point that I don't think people realize. Flies.
Flies?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, what about them?
Flies, like...
Oh, they get in there.
Yeah.
Into the decomposing zombie.
Apparently, flies would, like, fuck shit up because they're all rotting meat.
But they would carry the disease too.
It depends.
Because there would be swarms of those bastards.
It really depends on, like, the sophistication of the actual disease. Because, like, some diseases, you're like, oh, yeah, you just get it. Some attack the brainstem. Do flies have brain stems?
Well, like, no, flies just has to, like, get the virus to you and, like spread it onto your skin, and then you're like, oh, a fly touched me, but you forget, and then you have some food, and then it gets into your brain.
Like, that's a good point. Like, maybe, and like, imagine mosquitoes.
Oh, yuck.
Yeah. So then my question is, right? My question is that, like, that would make more sense in being a problem than zombies spreading themselves.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm not really talking about the zombies. I'm just saying, like, the zombie apocalypse. Like, it's gonna take over the world, I think.
Well, that's my point, is that I don't
happens.
think the zombie apocalypse would be able to do that.
I think it could, just purely because of everything that you've just said.
Because of the flies and mosquitoes?
Flies, mosquitoes, other rats and stuff. They're going to carry the disease. And that's why, when it happens, I'm going on an island.
We're on one.
Oh, fuck.
We're on a fucking island.
I'm going to a different island.
Which one?
Smaller. Dude, we're in Australia. There are so many islands off the coast of Australia.
But Faz, just because there's islands...
You could swim to Coochie Mudlow, mate.
That's true, Coochie. Good old Coochie.
Coochie Mudlow is a tiny little island that is on the coast of Queensland, for those of you that don't know. Tiny island.
My question as well is that, like, would you go to an island that's sustained? Like, would it have people? Would it have farms and all that kind of stuff? I don't think I'd go to an island.
Done by
I don't think I'd go by
without people.
Let's go to Snake Island.
Why would that be your first one? Snake Island. Well, you're protected. You got snakes.
You got snakes, Barrett. It's like, if people don't know, Snake Island is an island in Brazil that is absolutely crazily inhabited by snakes. It's like the whole island is just covered in snakes.
How do you think they survive there?
The snakes?
Snakes, yeah.
If I'm going to be honest, the only thing that comes to mind is cannibalism.
You think the snakes are snake cannibals?
I reckon that when a snake dies, I reckon the snakes eat them.
Oh my god! Well, maybe they kill each other. They just see another person. And they're like, "I am the alpha."
Yeah, the other person. Yeah, definitely.
Slurp you up like a goddamn noodle.
I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if there was some other animals that live on here, but I generally don't know how those. Oh, birds. Birds would fly there.
Bastards.
They would just be a part around. They would lay a nest in a tree. Next thing they know, you know what I mean?
Snake is slurping up that egg.
Yeah. No. Okay. No,
well,
that makes
I wouldn't
sense.
go to Snake Island.
That's fair.
I would go to a different island, set up a camp, get some food going.
What food would you get going?
Some shelter. I think I'd get like if there was like already sustained like fruit trees there or bushes or whatnot.
Okay.
I'd keep them going. Maybe agriculture.
Faz,
can
I ask you a genuine question here? And I actually want an answer. I want an answer.
Okay.
When was the last time you saw a natural wild fruit tree? The fact you have to think so long is already a problem.
I've seen berries, but I'm not sure if they were edible.
Yeah, exactly. My point. I hate to think about it, but like, yeah, I've seen them in people's backyards and stuff like that. I've never seen an apple tree in the wild.
It's been a while. Yeah.
I just haven't. I don't know why. I would love to know why, but I haven't seen an apple tree in the wild.
Have you
Maybe
ever seen a wild apple tree before, ever?
I don't think I have. Or at least I looked at it and I didn't know it was an apple tree. I've never seen like a green tree with apples hanging off it. Outside of an orchard or a out of a house.
Maybe we just need to go in the bush.
Maybe we should go camping.
Let's just go to the bush.
Do you remember our old YouTube idea?
Yeah. I think about that almost fucking daily. And this is what we would do in the apocalypse. We would download all of Primitive Technologies videos before the internet went out. And then we would just have it.
We would just have it.
We would have it, and we would just like have our little generator going.
Generator.
We'd have our generator going, right?
Does he build that in one of his videos?
It would have the generator going, have the iPad plugged into it.
Of course.
And we'd just have his videos there, and we'd do it step by step, making a little brick hut.
You know he has a book.
Thatch hut. He has a book.
He has a book, yeah.
Oh my
we don't
God,
have to bring the generator.
He's so ready. He is so ready for this.
So people who don't know, Primitive Technology is a YouTube channel. He is a guy, he's Australian actually.
He's Aussie.
And he goes out in the bush with nothing but a pair of pants. And he then builds huts, he builds houses, he builds tools, he builds a farm, he builds all these types of things just with the thing off the land.
You know what he builds them with? With his goddamn hands.
With his hands.
And that's what you're forgetting.
Yeah.
He has these damn things, and you should get out there and use them.
Faz?
You fucking what?
Faz.
What's up?
You're wearing an hoodie. You're dying from like a common cold right now in a pink bluey hoodie, and you're like, you gotta get outside and use your damn hands.
Get out there for once in your life and freaking use your damn hands. You lazy. I'm really sick.
Okay, so you would go to an island and you would build a camp and you would just grow stuff there.
With Primitive Technologies book, yes.
With Primitive Technologies book, of course.
Yeah.
I'm genuinely curious if where are you going to get the seeds from?
Birds. Birds, they eat fruits, right? And bats eat fruits. So
this ain't RuneScape. This ain't RuneScape.
It out, and then I would peel up the poop, and then I'd wash it all out, and there'd be little seeds in there from the fruits they eat, and I'd plant them all. I'd start sowing the ground, water them every day.
Okay, so they're planting seeds.
Sure.
They're planting seeds.
Yeah.
Yeah,
of course I'm planting seeds. How
cool,
else
that's
do you
good.
get plants?
No, you're right. No, you're completely right. So, what happens if it's like a tree?
It's gonna take a while.
It really will. Probably
I'll have
40 to 50 years, give or take.
To hunt for some. Well,
You'll have
the
to
next
hunt.
generation will be fine.
You'll have to hunt.
My
you said.
next generation will be good. They'll have a beautiful tree that they can harvest once a year. At
The
certain
only
periods.
beneficial thing about being on
doesn't
an
die.
island, you would have to actually keep it alive.
You can
would
use
be
salt
like
water to water stuff, right?
I actually don't think you can.
Oh fuck, we're screwed.
I don't think you can.
I'll boil the water.
That doesn't
with my
get rid
primitive
of
technology, fire and stuff.
Isn't it called a kiln? A kiln?
Kiln? No, that's
Kiln?
that's for making like pottery.
Oh, okay, my bad. So you would if I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm gonna be perfectly real with you.
Go.
Bunnings.
Well,
I'd
that's
go
the first place everyone's going.
Yeah, no,
you
I'm
will
saying-
probably die
Yeah.
going there, and I'll be
Yeah.
already on my boat.
Do you really think that everyone's first choice is to go to Bunnings?
Yes.
Why?
A hardware store
Why?
is literally the first place everyone goes.
I feel like
when there's,
everyone.
like, a national apocalypse.
I feel like people go to the grocery store first.
Well, that's next to Bunnings, so
Is it?
in some cases.
Mine's
Sure.
not. Mine's not even
sure.
close.
All right, well, look, in most cases, people, the blokes,
Yeah.
they're going to Bunnings because we don't have guns over here.
We don't have guns over here. But guns are
Things-
also bad.
Well, yeah, of course.
Think about like how much easier like any sort of apocalypse is going to be over here without guns.
Well, we won't be able to protect ourselves as easy
Against
the whatever is happening,
Yeah.
unless
true.
it's like a nuclear holocaust.
Yeah, then we might
Then
get
we're-
mutated shit.
Well, the thing is, I don't think we will get bombed, Australia. I think we will just get the fallout. So, like, obviously the air is going to be contaminated, what have you. So I feel like we're going to have to try and go to places that are, like, far, far away. And it's going to ruin the atmosphere. Everything's going to superheat. The whole world's going to be screwed.
Oh, I'm pretty sure if like a nuclear warfare would happen, I think the first thing will happen would be an ice age.
Oh, dude.
I don't know if that's true or not, but I like to
Would
think
we be
it.
able to survive that?
I don't know. They did in Snowpiercer. We just need to get on a train.
True. We need a train.
We just need to train by Willy Wonka and we'll be set.
100%.
Have you seen that? That apparently that's like a thing in
The
that?
worlds are joined.
Worlds of Joy. That's pretty interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Anyone who doesn't know, Snowpiercer is a TV show about pretty much like an apocalypse, but it's an ice age that happens. And people will get onto this train, and then everyone throughout the train is living differently depending on how close you are to the engine. And pretty much like at the back of the train, there's a big W on the sign. It looks like a Willy Wonka sign. So people believe
It is
they believe
the
that the
Wonka
train.
Industries.
Yeah, they believe it's owned by Willy Wonka's Industries are the ones who made the train. So I don't know how true that is or not, but
It makes sense to me. And look,
Yeah.
honestly, there's some weird shit happening on that train. I don't know if I want to be on there.
I'm just going to let you know, if you are not a young adult, probably don't watch it. Just saying.
I
Shit ain't
reckon
good.
watch it. Might open your eyes a little. You might see what classes are.
I'm
eh?
going to be honest with you. I don't
Figure it
want
out.
any mums coming and beating my ass without consent.
I'm going to go make my daughter watch it now. She's 4 months old.
Your daughter won't even be able to register the name of the freaking thing.
Dude, holy shit! I actually got a little story about that.
Okay.
I've just been watching anime while looking after Ari in
Yeah.
like the living room,
Uh,
and I'm watching Berserk.
sorry. I found it funny. The way you worded that was just like, oh yeah, I just watch anime when I'm looking after Ari and the living room.
I'm
You said-
sick.
Yeah, I know. It was just funny. I'm like,
I'm
yeah,
sick.
that living room has got a good person looking after it, right?
I'm looking after it. Hey. If I wasn't looking after the living room, it wouldn't be called the living room. It'd be called the dead room. All right. Why is it called the living room?
I genuinely believe is that back in the day was when people would like, that's where they would do all of their like activities. That's where
Yeah.
they would make stuff. They would craft stuff. They would live. Back in the day, you got to remember, Faz, people slept in their living rooms.
No, they didn't. They had bedrooms. Like, think about it. There's like the living room, the
Faz.
bathroom,
Faz.
the bedroom.
Faz,
Like,
how
why
far
is-
back are you thinking?
What is
Like
the
20
living
years?
room? Like, why is it living? Like, is it living like just everything? Like, they just put it all in everything? They don't like they call it like the lounge room because there's lounges in there. You know what I mean?
I think that's an Australian thing.
Is it?
I don't think people around the world call it their lounge room.
Oh shit!
I don't think people do. I've never heard an American say, "Oh, we'll go sit in the lounge room."
Please, Americans, chime in if you can. But do you guys call it the
It's just
lounge
us here,
room
Faz.
or the living room? But like in the comments.
Oh,
okay?
right.
They
Sorry.
can reply to us.
I forgot.
I read the comments and I make sure how much misinformation we've spread this week.
I reckon
Also,
I could punch a
anyway-
zombie in the face. Sorry.
Anyway, I was watching watching Berserk at the moment.
Berserk.
Yeah, and Ari's just laying
Is she
around
facing
looking
the
up at it.
television?
What's up?
Is she facing the television?
Well, she can roll around now, so she's like, she rolls around and she's
She
watching
back-
the TV.
she breakdancing?
She's rolling around.
Throwing some windmills?
Yeah, she's doing. She's teaching her to drive next week. She's
Yo,
great.
shit. They grow up
Yeah,
so
she's
fast.
watching Berserk, and I'm like, is this okay? Sure, that's fine. She
It teaches you a lot of valuable lessons.
can,
Yeah,
Sure.
teaches some valuable lessons. Yeah.
Anyway, it's just a small little side.
It's how-
tangent I wanted to do.
that's not small. That's not small.
It's a small side tangent.
That's not small.
No, Townie, what are you going to offer people in your little settlement sort of thing? So, like, you're going to offer them knowledge, or you're going to, like, because they're not going to let you be a part of their town.
Yeah.
Or, like, potentially take it over. Like, what are you going to wow them with?
Oh, you want me to wow them?
Well, like, how are you going to assert your dominance over
Oh,
them?
assert my dominance. I would
Yeah.
be.
I don't
would-
even know what town you're going to. Like,
I
you
don't know
staying-
either. You asked me a question that doesn't make any sense, but I'm down. Like, am I? Wait, am I? Do I need? Like, does the town already exist?
I don't know. You're making one, aren't you?
Yeah.
Tell me, what are you doing in the apocalypse? Go on. Start from day one.
Day one,
Yeah.
Bunnings. Right? You may think I go straight to the tools section. Incorrect. I go straight for that seed section. I grab every fucking seed off that goddamn fucking shelf. All right? Chuck them in my bag. You've seen a seed packet. They're like fucking, they're nothing. Put that in the backpack. Might pick up a tool here and there on my way out. Maybe. Probably not, because I feel like that'd be kind of a danger zone. Then I'd pretty much, if I have to be honest, I would leave the city, but I wouldn't leave that far. Like the general city area. I'd go towards the bush, maybe close to a creek or a river.
How you getting there? All the roads are clogged up. Everyone's trying to get out.
I'm walking, Faz.
You're walking.
What, you're driving? You just counted the thing about driving.
Yeah, no, but like, goddamn, that's gonna be a long walk with all of your seeds and shovels and stuff.
I said seeds. I didn't say anything about shovels.
How you planting them?
With my hands, like
Oh,
they
damn
did.
hands.
Damn hands! Primitive technology, bitch!
Holy, he's going day 2 where they start making tools.
I don't need a fucking okay, in my head, farming tools are not a necessity. They're just efficient. But that's where it comes into a bit later. Okay? Comes in a little later.
I'm hearing you. I'm hearing you.
You hearing? You listening? You listening?
I'm listening.
I feel like I would want to build I would want to be a blacksmith.
You've always wanted to be a little blacksmith.
Yeah, I want to be a blacksmith.
Those of you that don't know, Townie actually has a homemade forge.
I did make a homemade forge.
He
Yeah.
hasn't even used it.
I did use it.
Oh, you did?
Yeah,
What
I
did you
used it.
forge?
I forged a little circle of aluminium. Now,
There you
the
go.
reason why I didn't use it again was because it took 3.5 hours to heat up a single can of aluminium. Actually, wait, no, it wasn't a single can. It was half of a single can. It took
Half?
it took 3.5 hours to heat up the forge for me to actually heat up the can to melt the aluminium. And then it started raining.
Well, look, you're gonna have to get a better forge than that.
I need a better forge. I've had a look. I really like, I'm a big fan of like dwarves and like blacksmithing and like I love that shit. I'm a big fucking
Yeah, you are.
and like I feel like blacksmithing seems to be like it's like a leaving profession, which really sucks because of just machines taking over. But then I imagine in an apocalypse,
Machines are gone.
where the fuck's that machine going, bro? I'm the
It's all
machine.
manual labor now.
I'm the
Power
fucking
grid's
machine.
gone.
So I'd go in there. I would probably, like, once I've established like a camp or like a location, if I have to admit, and I know this might suck, and I know it seems really inconvenient, I think I would bury my belongings. each time that I would go out.
Oof.
Yeah, I know. It would suck. Or at least build some sort of like thing that will stop people being able to find it. Because I imagine in that moment, no matter how much I'm like, oh, I'm establishing shit, my biggest concern will be people. I'm not even kidding. That's my first No, not even looters. Just dumb people.
Oh.
Imagine you're sitting there, you've just set up camp outside the city, you're in this nice location, right? You've built a fire, bit of smoke coming up. Suddenly, dumb fucking idiots are like, oh my god, there's someone over there. They run over there. Help, help. There's a horde of fucking shit behind us. and I'm just like, bitch, why'd you bring him here? What are you fucking doing? And so then that would be a problem. That would be my first problem. Because in my head, right, my first thought is like, oh, at first, I'll just make everything out of aluminium. I'll go into town and I'll get resources, right, whatever I can. Metal tins. What are they usually made out of, bro? Aluminium.
Alley.
Cans. Aluminium. A bunch of shit like that. You just get that shit. I'd be able to take it back. I'd be able to melt it down. And at least, yes, it might not be the most best thing, but I could probably make a shovel. I could probably make some sort of knife.
Would a shovel be okay out of aluminum?
I genuinely don't know, but it's probably better than a fucking piece of wood. Actually, I don't know if it would be.
I don't know about that. Like, you think about a can that's made out of alley, and you're
but it wouldn't be as... It'd be probably like 10 cans on top of each other. It wouldn't be as thin as a one can. Isn't that made of... No, that's stainless steel, right? That'd be like stainless steel.
It's stainless,
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bad boy. I'd smack someone over the head with this and it would still retain shape.
Yeah. I just imagine that like forging your own shit is probably going to be a lot better than having to try and find it.
Yeah. See, I'm more of a looter. I would like to go and just like loot.
No, I know you're a fucking loot goblin piece of shit.
I am a little bit of a loot goblin.
Every
okay,
fucking
you don't
game
get
we play.
Aggressive with it. I'm
Faz,
sharing my loot with you.
You don't share your loot.
No, but in this situation, I would.
You share your.
I would.
No. You share the worst shit. So it's like if you're sitting there,
things that I've used already.
You would put on the best armor you've got. You'll have the best weapon. You'll probably have 3 of the best weapons. You'll have the best helmet, best shoes, best gloves, best everything. And then you'll be like, guys, don't worry. I'm going to share. And then you hand them one shoe, a broken axe. And you're like, there you go, guys. I'm helping.
Better than what you had before. I'm gonna
See? And that's the problem.
What do you mean?
They have nothing.
Have the best
all
stuff,
of you.
So I can go out and get better stuff.
That is...
And then you can have my best stuff because I've got better things now.
In games that you tend to not be a looter though. Like you loot the shit, but like I think there's only been one game where you go out and loot. Do you go out and loot a lot?
What are you on about?
Actually, I'd go to a junkyard.
There'd be a lot of metal there.
There'd be a lot.
People
of metal
can't take all that metal.
They can't, but I could set up shop there.
Dude, you could just go to a car, cut out a fucking shield out of the roof.
You could do that. How am I cutting out that? How am I cutting it out?
With your aluminium saw you made. I don't fucking know.
You obviously didn't hear what I said, Faz. I said I would go to a river. You know what's in river? Iron.
Flowing water.
Flowing water, iron, all that stuff.
Gold. You'd
I'm
be rich.
not after gold. I don't give a shit about gold.
Be rich.
My question is, what would you do with all the shit that you loot?
I would make a store. and I'd trade. I'd trade with other people. Like if I had 2 shovels. I don't need 2 shovels. What do I need 2 shovels? I'm going to trade with someone for the seeds.
But I got them all.
Yeah.
And I can make my own shovel.
You need a shovel.
But I can make my own.
To make your first shovel. Right?
No, I don't. Why would I need that?
Well, because you need to dig up some more ore. More efficient.
Wouldn't I have the aluminium shovel at that point?
Yeah, but it'll break. I've got a steel one.
How do you even know if it's hardened steel?
It says it on the label.
It's probably got a fucking wooden handle.
No, it's full. It's full steel.
How are you lugging around all this shit?
Handle. Got a
By the
rubber
way,
handle
let's
for
be
nice
real. If
grip.
this actually happened, you and me would probably be together.
Yeah, 100%.
So you're gonna sell me the shovel
Well,
that
no,
I probably made?
I'm gonna help you by giving you all of these cool tools and stuff, and you can
Yeah.
make even better stuff.
Because I'm thinking,
Right.
like, if I make good stuff, right? If I make that means I'll have tools, I'll have weapons and all that kind of stuff. And then
Yeah,
I've
got the starter kit though. I've got the starter kit, and then you can make more and more tools.
Faz, by the time that you starter kit everything,
Yeah.
I can guarantee you I would have the starter kit.
There's no way.
How do you get it?
By looting people's garages and sheds. And
You don't
stuff.
think I'd be doing that either?
No, you're making the damn forge.
But you just said I can't without the starter kit.
Well, yeah, you got it. No, I mean, like, you won't be able to get more resources faster, you know? Does that make
doesn't.
sense?
Yeah, but that still doesn't make sense. I would already have the starter kit by the time you have the starter kit.
Well, like, no, you're setting up camp, and I'm running around, like, going through people's houses because I'm more light, I'm more nimble and agile. And
Are
I'll be
you?
like, not really. I've got a really bad
With
back.
your back? Yeah, with your back.
back. Fuck. But in this world, I don't have a bad back. Fuck. God
Yeah,
damn
like-
it, man.
Our biggest problem will definitely be like protein.
Ooh, yeah, we're gonna be hunting. Sure. Who's gonna be the hunter?
Like, I'm happy to hunt because I'd make a bow and arrow most likely. I'd make bow and arrows. That's where I would
Okay.
probably go with. But my point is that we would both hunt. You fucking lazy shit.
Yeah, but like, I just don't know how to. I've never
I'm the
been
Luke
hunting
Goblin.
before.
Yeah, neither have I. And that's what,
fuck.
honestly, like, that's not why I want a bow and arrow. But, like, I realized that, like, I would like a bow and arrow because then, hey, I'd be okay. But then my other concern, Faz, how many wild animals are around anymore?
Plenty of ruse.
Yeah, where?
Side of the road, dead.
That actually would be a good harvest.
I see
But-
one a day, bro.
That's true. That's true. You do see. Okay. Are you going to be able to hunt a roo?
Yeah, I've killed one before. My car.
For people who don't know, in
dear.
Australia, kangaroos are very much considered pests.
They're
very, very much.
dumbasses as well. They're
They-
stupid idiots.
They fuck as much as rabbits, and they trample everything.
They eat everything too.
They eat everything. They trample everything. So there's a lot of them down here. We lost the war to emus, so we thought maybe kangaroos would be an easier target.
Why would you even bring that up? You didn't need to bring that up. Oh, God damn it. No, but seriously, like, if you think of, like, killing a rabbit, like a wild rabbit, that's exactly the same thing as killing a kangaroo in
That's
Australia.
true.
So it's just like, no big loss.
You know the worst part with an apocalypse?
Yeah, what's that?
I think that only like 2% of the population would survive the initial apocalypse.
Really?
What? You would think there's like how many people on the planet? 7 billion people?
Yeah, but, like, what's going to take him out, you reckon?
Well, it's an
Like-
apocalypse, Faz.
Yeah. Like,
Most apocalypses
Yeah.
intend on mass killing.
true.
And not just like, we're in an apocalypse, oh my god, and then everyone's just around.
I'm sorry. I'm working with like 20% of my brain right now. Okay. Which is like 10% more than usual, so.
I don't know. I feel like an apocalypse. The only problem with an apocalypse you would run into would be food, water, and bad people.
I reckon people are going to be the one thing that takes out more people.
Without a doubt.
At the start, like when people are freaking out, people are gonna be
Panicking?
killing people.
And people get so selfish in situations when they're in a situation where it's even beneficial to themselves, they are still selfish.
Oh, and imagine like, this is just hypothetical, but like This is all hypothetical. I'm fucking
Of
talking
course, it's not happening tomorrow.
You're in the city and like
Yeah.
everyone's like looting places. It's chaos, and you see the first person to like I don't know like they like hit somebody with the like back end of a shovel or something,
Yeah.
and you see that person fall and they die, and everyone's like everyone just like snaps. They're like, oh.
Their
can
survival
do
instincts
that.
would kick in. They would.
Yeah, and
their
everyone's just like, this is it. They're
Yeah.
just killing now.
That's why I would be concerned for you, bro. You want to be a loot goblin?
I'm not going to the main areas like an idiot. Everyone's out like to the shops and whatnot. I'm in their shed, in their backyard. I'm fucking.
I'm in their fridge.
I'm in their fucking pantry, mate. I'm taking their Cheerios. I'm like, you fucking idiot. This is half full. I'm doing that. I'm being the sneaky little guy.
Sneaky little guy.
Yeah, I'm listening to the house. There's no one home. Pff, free taken for me. I'm gonna get in there.
So you're a thief.
No, I'm a loot goblin.
Because like my main thought straight off the bat is that for it to get to that point, I think quite a bit of time needs to pass. I feel like most people would still be at home.
Yeah,
I don't think you'd just be like, the world's ending.
bro.
Sneak into people's houses.
I'm gonna be real. The apocalypse happens again,
Again?
like COVID. I'm just comparing.
Oh,
it
right.
happened. The apocalypse happens. Everyone's just going home. They're re-downloading Animal Crossing on their Switches, and they're just gonna wait it out.
Dude, I would not be surprised if Nintendo has like a hidden Animal Crossing
Oh
just
my
like
God.
in the back corner, and they're just
ready
waiting.
to go.
They're just waiting for that pandemic to just drop, and they're just like, well, I have something for you. Animal
We're
Crossing
ready.
2. Bam!
Oh shit.
Well,
yeah,
not
they,
2, but you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of Animal Crossings, but
Yeah, people are not gonna go out looting and stuff. They're just like, bro, I'm staying home. I'm ordering Uber Eats.
yeah.
I'm-
There would still be a driver too.
There's gonna be a driver.
There would
He's
still
like-
be a driver.
He's like, I need to make money, bro. Like, it's gonna happen, and the
How-
fast food employees are gonna be there. They're gonna be working.
It makes me think about something too, right? Imagine apocalypse happens, right? Imagine how valuable money would be.
It wouldn't
would-
be.
Exactly.
No, who carries cash anyway? Because the bank's gonna be
Exactly.
down.
Banks are dead. All your money's gone.
What do you think would be the currency, or do you think it would just be a barter system?
It would be a barter system for a long time, but then realizing the problem with barter systems, in my opinion, is that they're not realistic. Everyone's not going to be able to carry around 12 shovels to be like, trading shovels,
Yeah.
trading shovels, and then they're like, hey mate, yeah, I got a fridge over here. Trade it for one of your shovels. All right then. Carries around a fridge. No.
I think it's gonna be like you work for it. You know what I mean? If someone's just like, "Hey, I really need one of those things that you have. I need a pickaxe off you." And
Yeah.
you're like, "Well, I need a bunch of ore. You go get me a bunch of ore. I'll give you this pickaxe." Or it's like, "Oh, I would love some of that food that you have." It's like, well, okay, you work on my goddamn house for a day. Like, I need all of these windows. They're all destroyed from me
Okay.
bashing out the zombies.
I think you're missing one point here.
What's that?
That would require a lot of trust in a stranger.
Yeah, true.
I genuinely think that a currency will be made.
Okay. What would you make the currency?
Well, it'd have to be something universally that's like available to the world. That's why Fallout, they use bottle caps, right?
Bottle caps. Mm-hmm.
Genius currency. But the problem is that nowadays bottle caps aren't made of metal. They're made of plastic. So
True.
I don't think they would do as well. I
got it. I know mine.
Oh,
I know
you do?
mine.
Oh, what is it?
Cool looking rocks. Yeah. Just cool looking rocks.
I didn't realize we were going so far back. And
I'd be like, hey, that's a shiny one. That's
Are you
worth at
fucking-
least 4 rocks right there.
that's how penguins do shit. You know that, right?
Yeah.
Ma-
Is that
male
a bad
penguins.
thing?
Male penguins get like a shiny rock, and they show the girl penguins, and they're like, "That's a nice fucking rock."
I'm trading this rock right here for some penguin sex right now.
I'm not even kidding. If they did pretty rocks, that would be a problem because that would be all subjective. You might pay, like, you might sell something for like a really pretty rock, and it's like this green pretty rock, and then people
yeah.
are like, "I fucking hate green. I'm not taking that shit."
Oh, yeah. Well, you'd have to have a bunch of rocks for all different types of people.
So you're telling me you would have to have new currencies for different people?
Well, yeah, you also have to think about it like,
Yeah.
if you're taking a rock off someone and you're like,
Yeah.
I don't really like that rock, but I see the appeal in it and that could possibly get me some better stuff in the future. So you take it as an
Right.
investment. Like when you're investing in something, you're not like, it's like, oh, I love this. I hate this fucking house. It looks horrible. It's in a horrible area, but you buy it because you know it will get you money in the long run. So you
Yeah.
you get that rock and you're like, I'm gonna invest in this rock. This is gonna get me. This is gonna get me at least 3 shovels.
Bear with me here, right?
Yeah, I'm bearing.
Bear with me. Okay. Because I'd be a blacksmith.
Cool.
Bear with this thought here.
Mhm.
I make a currency, and we call it
Swear to
Bitcoin. No, I'm
God.
kidding.
I fucking swear to God.
No, because my problem with that, right, as well, is that like with currency, right, it would have to be. We can't let what's happening nowadays, happen again.
Yep.
So my only thought process would be that a currency is a good idea because that means that people can exchange things for that currency to then exchange for that currency for tasks that they need that they don't have the availabilities to do. So like imagine you're a loot goblin, but like shit, I need my helmet repaired. It's made of metal or something like that. Or it's just like a hat. You need your hat repaired, right? You go to the guy who knows how to repair hats. You exchange the service for the currency, and then you have the currency to use to exchange for services.
So you're just
Right.
starting currency all over again.
Yeah, but I wouldn't say currency is the problem. I would say the greed of currency is the problem, and that's where we would have to try and figure out. Because there's no reason it's like, oh, I have 1 million tokens. It's just like, why?
So you can buy things.
Yeah, but like
People.
you don't need 1 million tokens. Imagine, crazy thought, straight off the bat.
God.
No thought has been put into this. Imagine like a fresh rust wipe. Everyone has to hand their coins back in to the thing, and then they have to start again, and they have to get tasks and do that again.
How are you going to police this? How is this working?
I don't know.
If you're making just tokens, like you said, you're a blacksmith, you're just going to make
Yeah.
tokens.
Yeah.
How are you even starting this?
Yeah, I know.
How are you distributing them to people? How does it make sense?
I would say that people would have to come to me, right? And my first jobs would be free, right? Obviously. And I would be like, oh, yeah, okay, so here's this. And if you actually are selling something, you would have to sell something. And then I would give you like some currency to start with.
For this to work,
Yeah.
you would literally have to have a settlement already. You would have to have your own treasury or bank.
I actually think
And-
it'd be easier to not have a settlement already. You would only have one other person, and then you can start exchanging. I don't know the logistics, but I just know for a fact, right, that bartering to me will only work if an established settlement already has happened.
Yeah, of course.
And then that would be the only way. That'd be the only way you could do it, is
Yeah.
if there's already an established settlement.
Well, yeah, I think it's just like you have to have a settlement. It has to have these tokens or whatever they are, and you have to go around and you have to be like, okay, sweet, like you're starting up a business. All right, cool. I'll give you 10 tokens to start off your business, but then you owe me those 10 tokens.
I never said that they would owe me
later
shit.
on. You have to
No,
owe
see,
me
that's-
those 10 tokens.
That's the greed.
That's the bank. That's how money works.
That's what I'm saying, Faz.
Oh.
It needs to change. We can't do that because that's exactly what the problem is. I would give them the tokens if they have a service to provide to people. I don't
Ow.
need anything in return.
You're just gonna not make money. It's just not gonna work. Oh, fucking hell. I wanna bring up something as well because I saw this today. It has to do with you.
Oh shit! Okay.
You're under flame. You're under fire for
I'm under flame?
waffling, aren't you?
Oh,
You got
yeah.
flamed for waffling on.
Yeah, no, apparently, yeah. No, I actually have a theory. So, I have a TikTok, and there was this guy who was, he said that I was spreading misinformation, and then actually, the thing that I released actually contradicted exactly what he said, and so I asked him, I called him out on it a little bit. I just asked him if he watched it, and then he replied with an insult and called me boring. Yeah. So. After that, I just kind of voided it because I called him out on something, and then he's just like, "You're boring." So I'm like, okay,
you're boring content creator because I didn't watch all of your video, but then you commented on it. Like, what do you what do you mean?
I don't know.
I don't get it.
People are weird on the internet.
Person's just like, dude, just watch it at 2x speed if you're fucking worried about it being boring.
I think people are just. I think I just the whole conversation was made void after he insulted me.
Oh, yeah.
So it's just like I was just asking if you watched it. You then insulted me, so it just shows that you got defensive.
It's so funny. I just hate that tiny little attention span people have. It's so funny.
Yeah, it's fine. It's no big deal.
Hey, I watched it. I thought it was very informative.
I tried to be informative with that one.
Didn't spread misinformation.
It didn't actually. I made sure of that. Sure of that.
No.
But luckily, I would just punch him in the face if it was IRL because the internet wouldn't exist in an apocalypse.
I wouldn't give him any of my shiny rocks.
Not one?
No, he's not worth any. Maybe I'd give him a regular rock.
No. You give him a rock that you tell him is a really good rock, but it's actually just solidified horse poo.
Oh, poo rock. Actually, I'd pay good money for that.
I would pay good money for a poo rock. Damn.
Fossilized dung.
Shit be like. But I think we've actually hit the marker. I think we're done for the evening.
Dude,
that was actually really fun.
God, I'm so sick.
I could talk about that so much more.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Before I started the pod today, I just said to Tony, I'm just like, Tony, you're gonna have to carry today. Because I am so fucked.
It's fine. It's fine. Just get your shiny rocks.
I'm gonna trade so many shiny rocks for so many things, dude.
Do you know anything about rocks?
I know a fair bit, a decent amount of stuff.
So what's a shiny rock?
A shiny rock is it can be either a crystal or a fossilized.
Where are you gonna find that?
Fucking crystal caves. No, I just go to just go to a white woman's house and just look on the dresser.
Oh my god!
I was going looting people. I would just go, yep, sweet.
I'm done with this conversation. Thank you very much for watching and listening. For all those people out there, please make sure that you rate 5 stars if you're watching on Spotify, and if you are watching on YouTube, please make sure you subscribe. Because the more that you subscribe, the more that we can do. So that's always the fun stuff there. All right?
Don't forget, put a discussion topic for Tony and I to argue over. Don't forget about that.
Oh, yeah.
Chuck that in the comments below.
Yeah.
Tony and
Thank you, everyone.
Hate each other even more.
That's pretty easy. Anyway, thank you, everyone. Thank you, everyone. See you guys later. See you next week. Can you go to fucking bed?
I got nothing.
You fucking suck.